Welcome to day 9. Today and tomorrow, we're going to discuss about some common pitfalls that people usually fall into when it comes to relationships. These pitfalls have been listed here after observing people from different age groups, different cultures, and different nationalities. My intention is to bring awareness to these so that if you encounter any of these situations, you can take the best course of action. Pitfall number 1. Saying yes too quickly. This is a common pitfall where people say yes to a relationship based on the chemistry or the attraction without understanding how compatible they are or what are the values that hold them together. It is only after a certain amount of time has passed that people realize they're not compatible. These type of relationships, if not dealt with, could become a road to never-ending misery. Pitfall number 2, the label. Generally, the world likes to label things. And in the context of relationships, the world likes to label them as a success or a failure. And this pressurizes people into making their relationships a success in the world's eyes. But in that pursuit, they lose a lot more than they gain. In reality, there is nothing like a successful or a failed relationship. Think about this. Does being sad and disconnected in a relationship that lasts forever mean that you're successful? Therefore, I believe in this context, there is no real meaning or measure for success and failure, because there is no destination to be reached. And for your life, the journey is all there is. Pitfall number 3, independence. Well, what does independence mean in a relationship? The internet throws out many different meanings, but I think the only true independence one could have is independence of thought and opinion. A relationship itself is a codependent setting, where people depend on each other for many things like love, trust, emotional support, intimacy, moral support, and finances if the understanding is right. I believe claiming independence in a codependent setting is detrimental to the relationship. Except for independence of thought and opinion, if there arises a need for independence of anything else, it rather indicates an insecurity that has to be dealt with before it incites feelings of not belonging in the relationship. Pitfall number 4, societal pressure. Another phenomenon that I observe is people locking themselves into a relationship because of pressure from family and friends. And by nature, I think humans don't make the best decisions when in pressure. This reminds me of a scenario where I was once out shopping with my friend, and my friend was on a time crunch, and I was trying some clothes, but I had to make a decision. So I hastily, buy a pair of jeans and a shirt, and I just head back home. So I was like, okay, I'm now done with the task of buying those clothes. But when I tried them on later, I just didn't like the fit. So I actually felt that I should have spent a little more time into deciding to buy them. Well, this is my short story. Now you might say, well, you're talking about clothes and you're talking about people here. Yeah, that is true. But the part of the brain that is used to make choices is the same regardless of what choice it is that you're making in life. And when in pressure, it doesn't work the best. Pitfall number 5, the salesman effect. Now, at some point in your life, there are going to be people that are going to show a high amount of interest. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But oftentimes, people get carried away and do not take enough time to understand what their real motives are. You might be chased, and you might also love the chase. And they might go up and beyond to attain your interest and lock in. And this is what a very good salesman can do. But when it comes to relationships, there's almost always an uncertain situation to be in. So not rushing and applying caution is a must. Your exercise for today. Think about the times. Were you ever or are you in a situation where you said yes too quickly without understanding your compatibility? Are you somebody that is worried about those labels? Did you or your partner ever claim independence in your relationship? Can you identify what the underlying insecurity for that was? Are you somebody that's prone to societal pressure? Did you ever encounter the salesman effect? And were you able to dodge that?